Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to kick off this presentation on managing shadow IT in 2025. The full title is Managing Shadow IT in 2025, Balancing Innovation and Security, with a subtitle focusing on understanding risks, detection, and best practices for a secure and productive IT environment. Over the next few slides, we'll explore how organizations can navigate the challenges of shadow IT while fostering innovation and maintaining security. Let's dive in. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the risks and challenges associated with shadow IT. While it can certainly help individual employees work more efficiently and even foster innovation, it also introduces significant concerns for organizations as a whole. Shadow IT often arises because employees want to get their tasks done quickly without delays, which is understandable. However, when they turn to unapproved applications and systems, bypassing official IT processes, it can create vulnerabilities and compliance issues. So, understanding these motivations and the potential risks is essential as we look for ways to manage shadow IT effectively in 2025. Let's take a closer look at the two-sided problem we face today. On one side, we have IT departments that prioritize control and security. Their main goal is to protect organizational data and ensure we stay compliant with regulations. This focus naturally leads to a need for strict governance and risk management measures. However, this creates a bit of tension. While security is crucial, it can sometimes hinder the flexibility employees need to work efficiently. As a result, employees often turn to shadow IT, using their own tools and solutions to boost productivity and foster innovation. They seek the flexibility to meet their immediate needs without being bogged down by rigid controls. So, at the core, we're balancing two competing priorities. On one side, control and security, and on the other, productivity and innovation. Finding the right balance is essential for managing it effectively in 2025 and beyond. Now, let's take a closer look at the growing impact of shadow IT as we look ahead to 2025. Managing shadow IT in this context is really about finding the right balance between fostering innovation and maintaining security. As technology advances rapidly and work habits continue to evolve, addressing shadow IT becomes more than just a technical issue. It's a critical priority for businesses. For instance, around 70% of employees are using tools like ChatGPT at work without formal IT oversight. This shows how widespread the use of unsupervised tools has become. Employees are seeking flexible, innovative solutions, but this also introduces risks if those tools aren't properly managed. On top of that, approximately 42% of the applications used within organizations are unapproved. That's nearly half of all applications, highlighting just how prevalent shadow IT has become. It's clear that as shadow IT grows, organizations need to develop strategies not just to control it, but to channel its innovation in a secure and productive way. This slide underscores how shadow IT is no longer a minor issue. It's a critical priority that demands our attention as we shape the future of work and cybersecurity in 2025. Let's talk about some of the risks that shadow IT poses, especially when it comes to security and data exposure. Shadow IT can create these hidden entry points that cyber attackers can actually exploit, which really undermines our overall security posture. When these unapproved tools are in use, they often lack the necessary security controls, leaving sensitive company data vulnerable to unauthorized access. This situation increases our vulnerabilities and makes it much more likely that we could face data breaches or cyber attacks. So, managing shadow IT effectively in 2025 isn't just about preventing unauthorized tools. It's about striking a balance between encouraging innovation and maintaining security. Recognizing these hidden risks helps us better protect our organization while still fostering a culture of responsible innovation. Let's talk about the risks associated with shadow IT, particularly in terms of compliance and regulatory fines. When organizations fail to manage shadow IT effectively, the consequences can be quite serious. Failure to comply with regulations can lead to significant fines, legal penalties, and even damage to the company's reputation that can take years to repair. One of the main issues is that untracked data flows and unapproved applications make it incredibly challenging to ensure that we're meeting all regulatory requirements. If we don't have visibility into what's happening on our networks, it's almost impossible to guarantee compliance. This is especially relevant with standards like HIPAA, ISO, and PCI DSS, which set strict rules for data security and privacy. Shadow IT complicates adherence to these standards because it introduces uncontrolled and unmonitored systems into our environment. So, managing Shadow IT isn't just about security. It's about staying compliant, avoiding fines, and protecting our organization's reputation in the process. These inefficiencies really impact our overall productivity and make it harder for it to effectively support our business goals. When teams use multiple overlapping subscriptions and uncoordinated software, it not only creates confusion, but also drives up costs. This fragmentation of tools and platforms makes managing our IT environment more complex and expensive. The use of hidden or shadow tools often fragments our IT ecosystem, which increases operational risks and costs. So, addressing Shadow IT is crucial if we want to strike the right balance between fostering innovation and maintaining security and efficiency. Now, let's discuss the risks of Shadow IT, specifically how it can lead to a loss of IT governance. When Shadow IT operates outside the official IT framework, it ultimately undermines the organization's ability to enforce standards and respond effectively to incidents. This means that managing security and compliance becomes much more challenging. The impact on standards and incident response is significant. Without proper governance, we often see poor data management, inconsistent security policies, and gaps in accountability. These issues can leave the organization vulnerable to breaches and operational inefficiencies. Furthermore, Shadow IT reduces its visibility into the overall technology landscape. When we can't see what tools and systems are being used, our control over data and systems weakens. This diminished visibility makes it harder to maintain security, ensure compliance, and respond swiftly to any issues that arise. In summary, while Shadow IT can drive innovation, it also poses serious risks to governance, security, and control. Managing these risks effectively is crucial as we look towards 2025 and beyond. Now, let's talk about how we can effectively monitor our cloud environments to manage Shadow IT in 2025. These technologies are essential for IT teams to detect unauthorized software and keep a close eye on cloud activities. One key tool here is the Cloud Access Security Broker, or CASB. CASBs give us visibility into what cloud services are being used and help identify applications that haven't been approved, which is crucial for security and compliance. Organizations are also leveraging advanced monitoring tools like Intervision's Managed Services, WASA, Splunk, and Suricata. These tools enable us to uncover Shadow IT by providing deep insights into network traffic and application behavior. Essentially, they help us spot unauthorized activities before they become bigger issues. So, in summary, combining these technologies, CASBs and advanced monitoring tools, allows us to keep a firm grip on our cloud environments. This way, we can balance fostering innovation with maintaining strong security, which is vital in managing Shadow IT effectively in 2025. Implementing data loss prevention solutions is a crucial step in managing Shadow IT effectively. These tools help us monitor and control data flows associated with Shadow IT activities, which is vital for maintaining security. By monitoring Shadow IT activities, DLP solutions can flag potential data leaks to unauthorized services. This helps us prevent sensitive information from being exposed outside our trusted environments. They're constantly tracking data movement across networks and endpoints, enabling us to detect risky behaviors in real time. This proactive approach is essential for balancing innovation with security, especially as Shadow IT continues to grow in 2025. It's all about staying one step ahead to protect our data without stifling innovation. Now, let's look at how engaging employees through effective communication and feedback channels is essential. Friendly feedback loops play a crucial role in helping us identify the root causes of shadow IT. By fostering open dialogue, we can better understand why employees turn to unsanctioned tools and work together to address these issues. Creating safe reporting mechanisms is also key. When employees feel comfortable sharing concerns or suggesting alternatives without fear of repercussions, it encourages a culture of transparency and collaboration. Finally, understanding shadow IT usage starts with open communication about tool needs. By talking openly with our team members, we gain valuable insights into their requirements and can better manage shadow IT in a way that balances innovation with security. All of this ties back to our overall goal: building a secure, innovative environment where everyone feels heard and supported. Now, on this slide, we're focusing on how transparent guidelines play a crucial role in managing shadow IT in 2025. Essentially, when employees clearly understand what tools are approved and what the consequences are for policy violations, it helps to reduce unauthorized technology use. This transparency builds trust and clarity. We want to make sure we define our approved tools explicitly, so everyone knows what they can and cannot use. And it's equally important to outline the consequences if policies are broken. This sets clear expectations and accountability. Balancing security and productivity is another key point here. We need straightforward policies that protect our systems without unnecessarily hindering employees' ability to work efficiently. The goal is to find that sweet spot where security measures support, rather than obstruct, productivity. Ultimately, creating clear shadow IT policies isn't just about rules. It's about fostering understanding and cooperation. When everyone knows the guidelines and why they matter, we can better manage shadow IT while still encouraging innovation. Now, let's talk about the importance of regularly updating and improving our official tools. By doing so, we ensure that they stay aligned with how our work styles are constantly evolving. When tools keep pace with our needs, employees are more likely to use approved solutions rather than turning to unapproved alternatives. This leads us to a crucial point: offering user-friendly solutions. When our tools are easy to use and effective, they reduce the motivation for employees to seek shadow IT options. Instead, they feel confident and supported in using the approved tools provided. Ultimately, the goal is to equip our team with accessible, effective, and up-to-date IT tools that genuinely meet their work demands. Doing so not only promotes security, but also fosters innovation and productivity. Remember, when tools are aligned with user needs, managing shadow IT becomes much more manageable. Engaging users in decision-making is really a key strategy for improving compliance and reducing the risks associated with shadow IT. When users feel involved, they're more likely to follow the policies because they understand and trust the process. Collaboration helps build that trust, which is essential in creating a security environment where everyone feels responsible. Building trust through collaboration isn't just about rules. It's about working together to adapt our security approaches to the way people actually work. As work habits evolve, so must our strategies, and involving users in this process ensures solutions are practical and accepted. Fostering partnerships between IT teams and employees is crucial. When we see ourselves as partners rather than just enforcers, we can co-manage technology adoption more effectively. This partnership approach not only enhances security, but also encourages innovation and user satisfaction. Ultimately, this collaborative approach aligns perfectly with our overall goal of managing shadow IT in a way that balances innovation with security, making sure everyone is on the same page and working toward common objectives. As we look ahead to 2025 and beyond, proactive planning will be absolutely crucial for organizations. By staying ahead of shadow IT risks, we can ensure that security remains strong while still giving users the freedom to innovate. It's about finding that balance between enabling new technologies and maintaining control. Developing adaptable management strategies is key here. These strategies should be flexible enough to respond to the rapid changes in technology and work habits. We need to be prepared for emerging technologies that might not even be on our radar yet, and understand how work is evolving so we can stay ahead of potential risks. Ultimately, this proactive approach helps us create a secure environment where innovation can thrive, aligning with the overall goal of managing shadow it effectively in a fast-changing tech landscape. So, as we wrap up, the key takeaway here is that organizations in 2025 can truly strike a balance between security and productivity. It's not about choosing one over the other, but about integrating strategies that support both goals effectively. By combining detection tools, clear and well-communicated policies, engaging users, and fostering collaboration, we can create an environment that's both secure and flexible. This means enabling innovation while keeping risks at bay. The ultimate aim is to minimize shadow IT risks without stifling the creativity and efficiency of our teams. When we implement these effective strategies, we ensure a safer, more productive workplace that adapts to the evolving digital landscape.